There are moments in life when everything feels like it's falling apart. The things you once held so tightly begin to slip away, not all at once, but slowly, piece by piece. You try to hold on, to stop the change, but the harder you grip, the faster it all disappears. And then you're left standing in silence, surrounded by everything that's gone. You wonder what it all meant. The love, the plans, the people you thought would stay. You start questioning yourself, wondering if you did something wrong, if you could have changed the outcome. I've been there, that quiet emptiness after losing something you thought you needed forever. It feels endless, like the world has stopped moving, and you're the only one still standing still. But with time, I began to understand that maybe loss isn't punishment. Maybe it's preparation. Maybe the space that opens up after something leaves is not meant to stay empty, but to be filled with something new, something you couldn't have imagined before. When you lose a part of your life, it feels like the world is taking something from you. But what if it's actually making room? Room for growth, room for peace, room for the person you're becoming. There's beauty in the spaces between endings and beginnings. They're quiet, uncertain, and sometimes painful, but they're also where transformation begins. I used to think that loss meant failure, that something in me wasn't strong enough to hold on. But now I see it differently. Some things are meant to stay only long enough to teach you something. Some chapters are meant to close so the next one can begin. It doesn't mean the story is over, it just means it's changing. Think about the seasons. Trees don't fight the wind when their leaves fall. They let go. They trust that spring will come again, and it always does. In our lives, letting go is not about giving up. It's about giving space. Space for healing. Space for clarity. Space for something better to take root. Sometimes what we lose is the very thing that was blocking our way. The job that ended, the friendship that faded, the dream that didn't unfold the way we hoped. Each one leaves behind a little emptiness, yes, but also light. Light that seeps into the cracks of who we are and begins to grow something new. When I look back now, I see that every ending I once feared was quietly guiding me toward a beginning I wasn't ready to see. The heartbreak that shattered me taught me how to love deeper. The silence that scared me helped me hear myself. The failure that embarrassed me gave me humility and strength. Life has a strange way of rearranging itself for our growth, even when it feels like it's falling apart. And maybe that's the point. We're not meant to control everything. We're meant to experience it, to move through it, to learn, release, and begin again. There's a soft kind of wisdom that comes when you stop fighting what's gone and start trusting what's next. It's the moment you stop asking, "Why me?" and start whispering, "Maybe this too is for me." That's when life shifts. That's when peace finds its way back. So if you're in that space right now, the space between what was and what will be, don't rush it. Don't try to fill the silence with noise or distract yourself from the ache. Sit with it. Let it breathe. Let it teach you. The emptiness you feel isn't a sign that you've lost everything. It's a sign that something new is being prepared for you. The universe is clearing a path, even if you can't see where it leads. And one day, when you look back, you'll understand why it all had to happen the way it did. The things you lost weren't mistakes. They were lessons. They were doors closing so that others could open. They were space being made for peace, for growth, for the quiet strength that lives inside you now. Everything you lost was making space for what's next. The love you gave that wasn't returned, it softened you, not broke you. The dream that didn't happen, it redirected you to something better. The people who left, they made room for those who are meant to stay. Every time you thought you were being torn apart, you were actually being rebuilt. Slowly, quietly, stronger. So, if today feels like loss, remember, something new is already forming in the unseen. You might not feel it yet, but it's there, waiting for the right moment to unfold. Life always finds a way to fill what's empty, but only after you've made peace with the silence. So breathe. Trust the timing. Let go of the need to understand every ending. Sometimes not knowing is what makes space for miracles. You haven't failed. You haven't fallen behind. You've simply outgrown what no longer fits. And now there's room for peace, room for healing, room for something new to arrive. Everything you lost was never really lost. It's just becoming something else, a softer version of strength, a quieter kind of courage, a deeper form of love, all of it leading you right here, to this moment, to this breath, to this new beginning. And as you move forward, carry this truth with you. Nothing truly leaves your life unless it's meant to make space for something better. So when it hurts, remember, this is space being made. Space for calm, space for light, space for what's next.
Beyond stillness, where calm awakens.